Has there ever been something you wanted to start to do, perhaps go into a new career, do a new venture, and something held you back? You felt lit up by it, but you just didn't take action. Or if you did take action, you didn't get the results that you visualized or that you were hoping for. And then you just let the dream go to the wayside. I've done that before in my life. And even after having published several different books and had success, as I went through what I suppose could be sort of a bit of an identity crisis in terms of who am I? What am I meant to be doing with my life? And then this idea came to me to pursue, and it terrified me because it wasn't something that I had ever done before. I was an absolute beginner in it, and that's what I'm going to be talking with you about now. I want to share with you what has happened, because if you've been on the sidelines, if you have wanted to do something and you haven't taken the action yet, then you are going to love, love, love what I am about to share with you. I'm Joanna Garzilli, author of Big Miracles, the 11 Spiritual Rules for Ultimate Success. Let me share with you an update of what has transpired since I last shared, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen right now. Since I last shared, there was this, here we go to my Instagram. Look at me, my hair's all wild. And so I said, my soul has called me into the realm of new beginnings. I'm expanding my skill set. Although it's uncomfortable not having the answers, of not knowing, I'm enjoying the unfolding process. And I was enjoying it. But then when I started taking action, I got really, really scared. And at points I got despondent. I'd have days where I felt up, days where I felt down. But Joanna, you're the author of Big Miracles. You talk all about taking action and getting outside of your comfort zone. Well, let me tell you, I am still practicing those 11 rules. It doesn't stop. So here I had said Crypto Angel Network is coming into existence, and still doing readings, etc., etc. Yes, I'm still doing all that. I've been doing all of that and plus, and then some. So let me take you. Actually, let me see if this will play. This little clip here. Oh, hang on, let's get some sound.
And this will be interesting to look back on for a year from now. Will I have persisted with Crypto Angel Network, or will it be something that I started that just ends up nothing happens with it? I used to be someone years ago who started things and did not finish them.
So there we go. Look at me there. There, January 27th, 2021, I had when I did that video, I had 4 people subscribe to my YouTube channel. Nick, that's my husband, and my client and different Terry, and another wonderful client of mine, Andy, who has a really cool channel starting that we've just talked about today. She's going to be doing her YouTube channel, which is going to be real sex with Andy. Who doesn't want to see that? So I'm definitely going to be tuning into that. So let me go ahead and just share my screen again. I think I'm blushing now a little bit there. Whew, it's hot. Okay, I want to show you this. I want to show you what happened. So I was launching Crypto Angel Network. I did launch the website. And then I thought, oh, well, I'll just get the YouTube, I'll just start it up. I've got 4 subscribers. I went ahead to go and do my first video. And you can see here, this was my first video, Crypto Virgin, what I wish a crypto angel could have told me. Because I got into crypto back in 2017, end of 2017, didn't know what I was doing, trading blind. 2018, I went, okay, I'm going to do Crypto Angel. I'm going to help people in the space. I'm going to do interviews, etc., etc. And then the market crashed and I didn't do anything. Fast forward, and something called me back to it. I think I was going through some type of identity crisis. How can my life be more meaningful? And as I got into writing in here, in my Go After Your Dreams journal, all the information that was coming through was crypto, crypto, crypto. So with this at the time, you can see my first few videos, 17 views, 30 views, 15 views, right? This is all just a month ago. And I just want to take you, look, I just want to share this with you a minute. Okay, a minute, might be a second more. So I've got my journal here, and let's open. And this is really when I was questioning a lot about what am I meant to do? How am I meant to move forward? And so I said, wow, I was talking to the old part of me there. I want to go to something here that talks about Crypto Angel Network. And this is where I just began to get going with things. And your instincts on crypto being a new financial system, a way of exchanging every energy are correct. And then from there, I started saying, well, I'm capable. Crypto Angel Network is a great vehicle to serve people and to entertain and to educate too. So those were part of my intentions there. And then it started to move on to I just started getting insights of write an encouraging message to yourself, and I just keep taking action. And then here I said to myself, Joanna, be patient, resourceful, and have faith. You have the ability to launch successful services in the cryptocurrency space and some other things there. And then I just shared more and more and more about Joanna, you're a crypto angel. Just basically get the channel going. Just do it. Just get on with it. So what happened was you saw there, I did those first videos. And then back here, it's at 98 views now, but it was just like, I think it was like 5 views, 6 views. This was like a couple of views, hardly anything happening here. And then suddenly it was this video where things really start to take off. It's the one where I did a video, it was this one here. I wonder if it'll show me, hang on, I think this is, yes, this. I thought I'm just going to throw a video up. It might show me, it might not, but I thought I'm just going to go throw a video up.
I think that I went through a panic, just seeing
I had no makeup on. I had no makeup on at all. Actually, that's Dominic's old sleep shirt that I was wearing. And I thought, well, whatever. I'm just going to go throw this video up. So bear in mind, I had 4 views, 10 views, just a little bit here and there. And then I put this video up, not expecting anything. Boom. Now it's over 900 views. And people really, I started to have people interact with me. People started to comment and really engage. And this was, I just couldn't believe it. I was blown away. So I was like, okay, in my journal here, I've just got to keep showing up. And so I just kept going. Then I did this video here, and we'll see if this clicks. So this is now at, this is a specific token here. Here.
Before we go any further, anything I say here, this is just my personal opinion. Do your own due diligence. This is not investment advice. Cryptocurrencies are highly volatile. You can make a lot and you can lose everything. So the other day I came across Ravencoin. I'm going to share my screen with you now so that and I will try not to caw along the way. It's just something with it.
So there we go. I just started getting going, and people really responded well to this video as well. And people within so Ravencoin is a token in cryptocurrency. It's an altcoin, and I started to really have people positive engagement with this. And just bear in mind, I just kept showing up with it, kept listening to what I put in my journal here. But I think that the really important distinction is that from when I did the first videos and I had just my the 4 people subscribed, and I was absolute beginner in cryptocurrency. I just didn't know what I was. It was just totally the unknown for me, and and so it was really hard. There was that gap in between for 2 weeks where I felt like I couldn't show up, I couldn't do it. So moving fast forward, if we look now, look at where I'm at in a pretty short time. Popular uploads now. I mean, this is a week ago. 4,000 views, 3,700 views, 3,300. Now you could say for some people have millions of views. My point being is this was something so terrifying for me that on Instagram, if you look at that new beginnings video, I'm starting something totally new. I don't know what's going to happen. It's totally outside of my comfort zone. And then here we go. I just did, this one, I did the Cardano ADA. I mean, you can see all this different stuff. And then this was, so let's see, where are we at here? The, my most recent one here that I just did today. And you can see this, if it uploads, if it like actually, hang on. Oh, full moon, of course it goes on that. So here we go. And you can see the progress I'm making here.
This is Crypto Angel Network, and I feel very strongly that Harmony One addresses all 3 of those things. Check, check, check. Fundamentals, team.
So you can see, so I'm talking about Harmony One here.
Is like the tortoise and the hare.
So there was the video I was doing on that. This was one that I just, I recorded last night. I uploaded today. The first videos I did, you're going to see Harmony was right down around here. And I'm going to show you afterwards what has blown me away, what's happened. And so if my computer works fast enough. So we've got, let's see. MH Gennaro said, you were the first YouTuber that predicted Harmony One. So for those of you who don't know, Harmony One is an altcoin token, and it's on a cryptocurrency exchange. So MH Gennaro says, you were the first YouTuber that predicted Harmony One was going to explode in early February 2021. There were few old videos from 2019-20 about Harmony, and you were absolutely right. Thank you. And then there's a couple of other really cool things here. I bought back in the other day when you made a video. This is from Matthew Cobb. I bought back in the other day when you made a video about Harmony, and I already doubled this morning. Keep speaking into existence. Now, I never give up investment advice. This is me just sharing my crypto journey and what I've been investing in. But I was just blown away. I was just so happy. Nick Johnson said, I have Harmony, 20,000 of them. Why? Because you turned me into it and got in at 5 cents. Thank you. So how awesome was that? Really amazing. Isaiah said, I have 26,000. I can't wait till it explodes. And then we have here, there were some other really, really cool ones that, I mean, look at how many people interact on the Crypto Angel Network community. I mean, it's just amazing. And I just love it. This has just been so incredible. This has just been absolutely amazing. You can just see here a lot of people just really super engaged. And let's see. I mean, if you're not into crypto, you're going to just be like, what is this? But I love this. Here, look, German Nunes said, hi, Joanna. Thanks to one of your first videos on Harmony One, I went all in because I don't do anything halfway. In that video, you reconfirmed for me how I felt about this coin. Thank you so much for your videos. They're amazing. This is Luis. So, and again, I have so many people on different videos who have gone and shared that because of, I'm just talking about what I've been investing in and the results that I've had with this. And so it's just been really, 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 really cool. And So yeah, you can see now. Let me just. I've not showed this to anyone before, but you can see here. Here's my dashboard analytics, and you can just see that things have really grown in the. It's just been incredible. So in the last 28 days, so I've only just got this channel going. That I have over 37,000 views, and I'm at a point, and I'm not going to monitor. I'm right at the point where I could. Like it says, grow with YouTube. You know, then you can advertise on YouTube when you hit 4,000 hours and over 1,000 subscribers. Well, I have over 1,000 subs, and but when I do reach this, I'm not going to put the ads on the channel. But I have something really cool that has happened. Is that I've had 2 cryptocurrency companies already reach out to me who are in the space asking if they could sponsor the channel. So that has just blown me away, because it's a month, you know, it hasn't even been that long. And then you can see here, if I just go, I think, to audience, I've got I've got my returning viewers. What did I want to show you here? All the different countries. I've got 21% subscribed. My audience, because it's crypto, is 92.5% male. And then look at the countries here. We've got mostly United States, United Kingdom, Netherlands, Canada, India. And then I just love this, I love seeing, well, who's connecting into Crypto Angel Network. Because remember, if you saw that video of me, you would know how nervous I was to get things launched. Look, we've got Australia, Germany, Turkey, France, Belgium, Philippines, Spain, Russia, Indonesia, Italy, Switzerland, Romania, Ireland, Singapore, Portugal, Ukraine, Malaysia, Nigeria, Poland, UAE. The list gets longer of countries that are watching Crypto Angel Network: Greece, Norway, Sweden, Brazil, Hungary. I'm not going to keep reading. You can just see here. It just keeps going and keeps going. More and more countries being added. And I'm 48. And, you know, the idea of, oh, God, I'm aging, I'm getting older. Look at my demographic here. I've got almost 40% of 25 to 34-year-olds, and 34.5% of 35 to 44-year-olds. This is my age group. I'm hearing this. But it's like, you know, what I'm seeing is I don't have to be held back by this. And so it's just been really cool to go through this experience and just to see how the videos have been doing. And then if we go, if I can, my coin tracker is not working properly at the moment, but basically I have in this, in just over a month, I have, and the market is down right now. And even with the market down, this here where it says 24, almost 25,000 in estimated value, that is me just trading with profits that I have made, where I initially put some money in, took it all out, put it in the bank account, and just kept profits in here. And the profit, we had just over 20,000 profit, and within another week we're up almost 5,000 there. And this, you know, the one that I was saying Harmony, has just continued to go up, which has been awesome, even though the market right now is going through, Bitcoin's going through it's going through a bit of retracement. But let me just say with that, you know, before Binance went down, before GRT went down, I did this video, the reason why GRT is dumping, and people got upset. Some people got upset with me on the channel. And because I love this particular project, I had invested into it quite heavily and made really good profits. But I decided to pull out because thankfully some people who are developers, there's many people on the channel who are subscribers who are much more experienced than me. They're very experienced day traders, crypto investors, developers. And so they gave me a heads up. They gave a heads up on the channel of what was going on with GRT, some of the things. And I started to see it go down. I thought, you know what, I'm going to take profits. I took 117% profits, and I went, I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. And some people said, oh, you don't have diamond hands. You don't have it. You got to hold on. Everything within me was saying, no, don't go ahead and sell. You can always buy back in later on. You can swing trade. And so I sold and I took the profit. And now, right now, GRT, it is down. It'll come back at some point, but I decided instead to place money elsewhere where those trades are doing better. So the same thing happened the other day with Bitcoin and the warning signals. I talked about this and people were like, oh, well, you're just being negative. No, Bitcoin, I sold my Bitcoin right near the top. It had a high of just over 60. I sold at 59. Just shy of 60,000 at 59,100, and now it's down at 53. And again, it'll come back at some point. My point being, I'm not even expert in this stuff. I've only been doing this a short time, but I think because I've just immersed myself in it, I've been showing up. I've just kept showing up and just doing this, and it's just like I said, it's just been incredible to. If I go back a sec to the let me just go back to the analytics here. If I can, hang on, let me move myself. And I just want to show you this. Let me go here to playlists, and this has been, you know, for me has just been, not playlists, sorry, let me go to what I want to show, content. What I've just loved and has blown me away has just been the interaction. I mean, on the video I just did today, the Harmony community is so strong. We've got 116 comments. Here on Cardano, 244 comments, 223 comments, 154 comments. I mean, for just starting the channel, 183, 147. But you can see now when I do topics, say like, which are really needed for people who are more beginners in the space. Oh, that's the other big thing is I'm blockchain certified. So in this time, I'm now blockchain and Bitcoin certified, and I'm certified in digital assets, cryptocurrency digital assets. And I've just been continuing to learn and get more and more clued in this space. So I had to change in my bio on this, that I've gone from being a beginner, because I was a beginner, and now I'm not a beginner anymore. People ask me all the time, and you can see some of the stuff that people are saying of, Joanna, what do I trade in next? Although, like I said, I can't give investment advice. I just say, well, this is what I'm doing, or this is what's worked for me. And it has just been absolutely mind-blowing. And now I'm pushing myself again to get outside my comfort zone and start trading on Uniswap. But what I was going to say is, when I do a video, say like on, you know, capital gains tax or stuff, it doesn't, people want to see what's the next hot altcoin, what are market predictions. They don't want to have to deal with their taxes, but dealing with your taxes is really, you know, is really good, because you can see like next 100x token sale, boom, 1,000 views, next 100x hot altcoin, over 1,000 views, file your taxes, 115, 197, right? It's just not the same that, and people don't want to see that. So sometimes I feel it's important that I make sure not to just focus on, oh, well, how many views can I get just from, I want to make sure that I'm sharing things that are really going to be valuable and important to people as well. So it's like this has just been a roller coaster. Being now the short time into it, I still go through each day where I think, well, what am I going to do a video on tomorrow for the channel? What am I going to do? I don't know how to show up. Now, in between, some stuff did happen where I posted on LinkedIn and my stepbrother saw it, and I did something really stupid. I said something like, oh, I'm down $20,000, but it was unrealized profit. Like, I was at the time, I was in Graph GRT, the one I just talked about before. I was in that token, and I wasn't really down. The token had pumped all the way up to close to $3, and then it retraced down to, it went down to 240. So I would have been up, like if I'd sold at the top, I would have made an extra 20,000. So it was like, oh my God, I lost 20,000. I didn't actually physically lose 20,000. It was just money that if I had exited the trade. But anyway, my stepbrother went and said, oh my gosh, I'm worried about Joanna and she's doing this stuff in crypto. And it was all a bit of drama for a bit until I said, look, this is something that I'm doing. When I started doing the psychic stuff years ago, when I started going to psychic development workshops, and this is before psychic stuff was considered cool, or you had all these, people like, oh, I'm going to have my Chanel handbag and I'm going to go get a psychic reading. But back when I was doing it, it was really uncool and weird. And so my parents were like, what are you doing with this psychic stuff? And are you going to join a cult or something? No, I ended up doing multiple books and having a very, very successful business and having celebrity clients from Monica Lewinsky to Goldie Hawn and Hall of Fame baseball player Ernie Banks and many other very notable people and people worldwide from all walks of life. And it's been amazing. And so it's just, here I am having started something new again. And my stepbrother, he's been in the banking world and investment stuff for years and years and years. So this was a bit of a shocker to my mom. She's just worried. She's just really worried. I'm like, Mom, I'm doing fine. I'm up. I'm making profits. I'm doing well. And I think it was very hard for her to get her head around that. And now she's starting to understand, because I'm like, look, I have, they say in England, I guess, I've garaged that money away, and then I'm just trading with profits. So everything's fine. So that is the update, I guess, of where I'm at and where is it going to go next. You saw the New Beginnings video. Here we are 2 months in. I said again, forget where I'm going to be a year from now. Where are things going to be at in a month, 2 months from now? I just don't know. There's days where I had the other week where I gained almost 500 subscribers and had that video that very quickly hit 4,000 views. And then some days I get maybe 20, 30 subscribers. And I think the key is with whatever you want to do, whatever you want to get off the ground, we all have to start somewhere. And it's important not to have attachment as well to the outcome. Because I had some people post, and like on Twitter, you're going to be the next crypto YouTube star. Oh, wow, you're like BitBoy. I'm like, who's BitBoy? Go look up BitBoy. He has he's coming up on 700,000 subscribers. And I think, well, that's impossible. I mean, how could that even happen? And then I heard him share in a video how for the first 2 years, nothing really happened. And then in 10 months, boom, the last 10 months, it all took off. And his stuff has blown up. So then actually, earlier today, or maybe it was yesterday, I was like, let me go back and look earlier on his channel. Let me go further back. And I saw, wow, he has sort of like what I had, 100 views here, 200 views there, little bits of interaction. Now he has like a whole production thing going with it. Who knows what's going to happen for me and with Crypto Angel Network? Just, whatever it is for you, that idea, that dream that you have, I think the big lesson that I've learned is it's important just not to be attached, to keep showing up, to keep doing the inner work. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I really like Julia Cameron's work. I resonate with it a lot. Being able to face the shadow self. I think to be able to go out there and be successful, it's important to just look at your own demons, your own denials, and to go in and just face yourself. And with that being said, let's just complete this with an angel card. And I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Is there something new that you're looking to start? Is there something you knew you've started? Are you scared about doing it? Where are you at with things? And I just want to hear from you on this, because I'm telling you, if there's something that keeps coming up and it inspires you, but it scares you, and we've heard this so many times in self-help, oh, it inspires you, it scares you, but do it. Even knowing that, all this time that I've known that, it took me 3 years to get back to doing Crypto Angel Network. Like I said before, it was hard with the launch, really hard. And it still is hard. It's still challenging, especially when I take a certain action because I feel strongly about it and someone's giving me some flack for it. But but I'm doing it. I keep showing up. So are you ready for this angel card? Okay, well, this is good. This is a great angel card. Let's see if it'll show properly. We've got expectancy. So expect the best. Don't expect the worst. I was someone that I mean, I think that was my conditioning sometimes, just from, don't get me wrong, British, like, oh, stiff upper lip, but definitely there were times of, ooh, something terrible is going to happen. That was my expectancy. But here, like, let's expect the best. Let's expect amazing things to happen. The angel of expectancy says all is well. All is well. Go ahead with those, with the things that you've put off wanting to do. Just get out there and do it. Look, even I didn't even want to do this video. Something's just, it's like spirit, just something in my soul saying, go give an update, Joanna. And I'm just, in my head, I'm going, I haven't been on Instagram so long. I haven't been on Facebook for so long. I just like, boom, I just quickly upload and post my Crypto Angel Network videos. And I haven't, I've just, it's like I've had to keep so focused and in a space. But I realized that it is important to show up and share. And then I say on Instagram, I say, okay, I'm back, I'm going to be here. And then I disappear for another 2 months. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I don't know if I'm going to show up in an hour, whether it's going to be next week, if it's going to be a month, if it's going to be a year from now. Or I don't know if I'm going to be consistent or inconsistent. I just don't know. And what I mean with that, it's not that I'm not saying that I'm not prepared to commit, but I just know that if I set myself to, like, if I set myself up to do something in a certain way, then I likely am going to fail with it. I don't want to have those conditions for myself. I want to be animated and driven from the inside out, and not based off of what I should do. And for me in the past, it's been people pleasing. It's got to be perfect, or don't do it at all. And or I've got to be in the perfect, the absolute right state of mind or alignment. Those times, they just don't come. They don't come. They just don't. It's just like, just do it. Some of the most beautiful art I've ever seen, it is messy, and sometimes it's not about just like, oh, everything's just, the wrinkles that one has, or whatever the imperfections are. I'm trying to embrace those imperfections and just let it be, and then just see how things unfold from there. So thank you for being with me here on this journey, because it's been wild. It's unfolding. And if you haven't already, just subscribe to Crypto Angel Network. Check out what I'm doing with it. It's because it's been so cool. Please, watch how I grow with this. And because then it's sort of like having a child and watching it grow up and be like, oh, look at Joanna, look at how she's progressing. Because I'm an expert in one field, and even then with that, I'm still learning. I want to share one thing with you here, actually one last thing that I think is really, really, really amazing. And I just love this. This is from Julia Cameron's The Prosperous Heart. And it made me feel better because after having written Big Miracles, HarperCollins, award-winning book, and I did go through this identity crisis. Who the hell am I? What the hell is going on with me? And I want to share this with you because Julia Cameron, I mean, yeah, I've had success, but she is absolutely prolific. And I gotta get to this. Where is this? Hang on, I gotta find this here. Oh my gosh, here it is. Wait. Hang on. Okay, this is really, really powerful. Okay, I gotta share this, and I'll try and then I'm gonna just wrap up from there. So she said, here we go. To prosper is a verb and an action we can take. So Julia, bear in mind, she did The Artist's Way, sold millions and millions and millions of copies of this book. Extremely successful. She says, yesterday I drove to Taos. I don't know why I did it. Taos is for me the scene of many crimes. I often drive in Santa Fe. The New Mexico mountains inspire me daily with their velvet folds changing colour moment by moment. As I approached the familiar Taos terrain for the first time in years, I had an acute desire to turn back, but I found myself driving just a little further to the ranch I had lived in during the period I was married, when Domenica was finishing high school, and I was writing The Right to Write, and I've read that book as well. It's another great book by Julia Cameron. Driving up to my ranch, I was struck by sadness. The fences were in disrepair. The outbuildings needed paint. The once beautiful ranch was now a shambles. I remembered the loving care I had given to the property when it was mine. I felt anger at the mess the ranch had fallen into, as if it were mine. Why did I still feel like it was mine? So let me just take a second here. I read that. I went, Julia Cameron. Julia Cameron wrote The Artist's Way. The Artist's Way changed my life. Because The Artist's Way, it led to me going on and writing Unleash the Psychic in You and Big Miracles and Scarlet's Confession. It helped me overcome those obstacles. It helped me in many other areas of my life. How could Julia Cameron be going through something after having written The Artist's Way? What the? Really? No. I just couldn't believe it. She said much of the money I earned from the publication of The Artist's Way had gone into that house. The trim was still aqua, but the fences were peeling, falling down, the fields dry and overgrown. What was once home now looked like a stranger's abode. And it was. I looked at the crumbling barn and wondered whether my mother's Christmas ornament collection was still hidden in the rafters. I had never found her ornaments again after the move. I saw the windows to the back room where I had allowed an artist friend to live rent-free for many years. I looked across the street to the now decrepit Mexican restaurant that Domenica and I sort of liked but frequented regularly, always optimistic. My feelings were complex. I missed this house, this life, and was at once repelled by it. It represented a time of gain and a time of loss, the beginning of a financially prosperous time, and the beginning of a period that would be costly on every level. And I tell you, this really struck me because I had, when I was at the peak, really, really successful with my psychic readings and coaching, and I was making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. I then, because of an experience I went through, quite a traumatic experience, that absolutely knocked me sideways. My judgment wasn't so strong for myself on something, on a business decision, that then plummeted me into debt. And it took several years to get out of that debt. And I vowed I would never go into debt again. And thank God I haven't. And I have prosperity again. But, it's sort of like when other people go through crap, I've got to say this was slightly a relief for me, because even when Big Miracles was out, I still had the ripple leftover effect from what had happened. I was still suffering like a sort of a PTSD from that traumatic experience I went through, and then the business decision that had ensued from there. So although some areas of my life were still going really well and I was helping clients, I was suffering inside. I was going through a lot of difficulty and a lot of shame around having fallen into debt after having made a lot of money. Oh, gosh. So she said, and this was really powerful, and I don't know if you can relate to any of this. She said, let me just go back a step. The beginning of it represented a time of gain and a time of loss, the beginning of a financially prosperous time, and the beginning of a period that would be costly on every level. Taos was a dangerous place for me. I suffered 2 breakdowns with no doctors on hand. I was later told in no uncertain terms that the New Age suggestions of the locals put my life squarely in danger, and I was lucky to have survived, indeed. And that for me really struck a chord, because there was someone who I really trusted, who was a guide for me, very respected in the coaching industry, that didn't just take advantage of me, but really abused other people as well. And so, please, if you are vulnerable, be very careful who you go to for readings, for coaching. Do your due diligence. Just like I say in cryptocurrency, do your due diligence in investing. When you are hiring a coach, you are hiring someone to help you. And so, not even just coaching, whether it's accounting, whether it's whatever it is, do your due diligence. Please be careful, because not everyone has your back. Not everyone has a generous spirit. Some people, they are, they just don't have your best interests. So, how? Well, what happened for her? Julia said, while I lived here, my finances were in danger too. Many people spent my money during this period. God, I can relate to that. I went through that when I was in the peak of my career. Accountants who thought my prayer life was strong and said they didn't file my taxes. I went through that too. I went through hell with my taxes for years. It was an absolute nightmare until I went, enough is enough. And actually, one of the accountants actually died, and then I was like, that's it. I've got to do something about this crap. And I went and started using TurboTax, and I filed every year now for years early, and I feel totally empowered by doing my taxes. But I can totally relate. A lot of the time for people who are spiritual, it is hard to feel that one has the ability to be able to take care of one's things around finances, around business. So she said, lawyers who billed me for services they never rendered, astrologers who promised to bring me to health using the stars and a piece of amethyst for only $800 an hour. Yes, I used to charge $1,500 an hour, and I used to get paid it for intuition blueprint readings because I had people in the coaching industry say, oh, Joanna, you're undercharging by charging $250 an hour. Like, it's just too cheap. You're not valuing yourself. You don't see yourself as worthy. I'm like, okay. And that's when I started charging that. But my gosh, even people who are really astute with money, that's a hefty investment to make. Yes, it's worth it. It can be life-changing, but still, my rates are a fraction of that now. I charge $247 for an hour long reading, and I always make sure to go above and beyond. But that's the type of delusion, the stuff that can happen. You have to be careful. You have to really make sure to take care of yourself, and that you're being integrity in whatever the services you're giving, that you are providing more value, great value for what you're offering. So she said here, I was sometimes fooled, desperate. I listened to the party line, and then I miraculously returned to health. I became angry, very angry. In a burst of clarity, I left. I fired the accountants and the lawyer. I moved to New York. I found good doctors. I rebuilt my life and restored my finances one action at a time. And I'll just stop there with that. But I totally relate. At the time I got rid of my accountants, people that I'd hired, from sudden nannies to executive assistants, because I had a coach like, oh, you got to just outsource and delegate everything. Yes, maybe in a certain situation, but I think it's important to really make sure that you're doing what's right for you in your life. And I didn't know I was going to go into all of that, but that is what called forth from my soul. Have you ever had an experience like that? Have you gone through some type of being blindsided, taken advantage of by professionals? Please let me know. Let me know in your comments, or if you don't want to say in the comments, you can DM me as well. And thank you for being here with me, and check out Big Miracles if you like, if you don't already have it. And I will bring you an update at some point of how things are progressing, and I am sending you lots and lots of love.